Get ready, because we have more than tea in store for you. This is lava that is hot. What if I told you that Remy Ma simply burned down the internet? Not over another quarrel over rap. Not because of some pointless red carpet drama, but because she publicly exposed her own husband, Papoose, for something so horrific and repulsive that you would think it was an unaired episode of Empire. Yes, that is what you heard. The Bonnie and Clyde of the Bronx, hip-hop's ride or die pair, Remy Ma, just revealed that Papoose has a covert life, not with someone on the side. Not at all. According to Remy, they have spent their entire lives having sex with guys. Union, a red face. Now stop. Take a moment to process that. The man who supported her while incarcerated, the same person who allegedly dragged Block Captain Easy into an affair, he now has stilettos and skeletons in his closet. How far down is this rabbit hole? Then, when and what was unknown? What are the actual receipts that Remy possesses? This isn't simply messy, I assure you. This is just devastating. Keep an eye out because what comes next will leave you speechless. Let's return. Prior to the betrayal, before the rumors, the internet as a whole used to gasp in shock. Because holding her man down is something Remy Ma has always done. When the world tried to call Papoose cheesy, she stood up for him. She called him the realist and stood by his side while all the other rappers with microphones were vying for clout. Imagine then, the irony when Remy herself, yes, her comes out of the shadows to tell us that he was lying all along. He told you a falsehood. He misled me. Even worse, he was deceiving himself. Remy believes that the man who built his entire persona on being the perfect husband might have been hiding something that would have made even Jussie Smollett cringe. Y'all worshipped that man like he was a saint, Remy Ma is heard saying in a now viral voice memo purportedly leaked from a private group chat. In the meantime, I was sleeping next to a stranger, a man who would sneak out in the middle of the night and claim it was for studio time. Studio time with whom? Because he sure as hell wasn't making any hits. And just like that, the image shattered. The hashtag Black Love poster couple that had us all crying might have just been one big ideal. The rumors began years ago when some fans unearthed an old interview from 2015, when Papoose was still fighting for respect in battle rap circles, in which he made a mistake and said something strange. In 2022, Papoose's side project or passion has a name, and according to some very bold direct messages posted by a former close friend, that name is Marcus, a person. It started when he stopped touching me, one of the alleged texts from Remy Ma's inner circle read. Then I'd find his phone on Do Not Disturb, but he'd still be getting messages from names like My GFX and Stylist Kev. Remy Ma appeared alone at the BET Awards 2023. That was the moment everything really fell apart. This many stylists aren't likely to be phoning you at 3 in the morning. Then, Easy the Block Captain, the man Papoose allegedly assaulted over rumors of an affair with Remy, posted the year's most petty Instagram story, a screenshot of a paused video of a man's hand resting on another man's thigh in a car. No tag. Not Papoose, the man who wrote Remy love letters while in jail. An anonymous backstage producer claims that Papoose was supposed to be there but cancelled at the last minute due to family obligations. The man who stood outside the jail gates, counting the minutes until she got home, is exactly what makes this situation so complicated. Because that kind of commitment can only work if it is real. Now, let's talk about the receipts. Over the past 48 hours, Twitter investigators have gone full CSI, looking through photos, tracking IP addresses, and focusing on hotel lobby check-ins. What they found could blow this thing wide open. Papoose has reportedly been spotted multiple times in Atlanta, but not for publicity or gigs, but rather for personal wellness retreats organized by Gentle Kings, a private homosexual men's group. We are not here to expose anyone, that's not the point. However, when Remy Ma herself goes live and states, "I'm not mad he was gay," it is clear that Ray is present in a number of now deleted comments on Papoose's old Instagram photos, including subtle heart emojis and cryptic phrases like, "Always got your back, King." The group is very real and extremely exclusive. Sources claim that Papoose was spotted at one of their 2021 parties, entering with a visitor and leaving with someone entirely different, a man only known as Ray. He lied to me, his kid, and the entire culture for years, and I'm furious about it. That's more than chatter, baby. Let's discuss Remy's life. That is a cultural earthquake. I took a bullet for this man, both literally and figuratively, handing up stages, contracts, and brand partnerships because he claimed he didn't trust the industry the entire time, and he was afraid that I would repeat what he was already doing. However, my side pieces weren't in the men's locker room. Mike fell, and as if that wasn't enough, Remy hinted that she is proof. That's right, she claims she is sitting on voicemails, emails, and even security footage. And darling, if Remy actually publishes that film, it will not only kill careers, but also challenge our preconceptions about hip-hop's most devoted love story. Now, before we dig deeper into the receipts, because trust me, we're just touching the surface, we need to talk about the bigger picture because the fans aren't taking this lightly. Papoose is out here judging easy while living a double life in rainbow flags and silk boxers, read one popular tweet. Another shared a remix tape of Papoose's alphabetical carnage, but this time, each letter said, "I want a refund on every love poem he ever wrote," mentioned a new man's name. Twitter is crazy. Instagram comments are disabled, and Papoose remains silent, not a single word, no clapback, not even a vague hint, which in this situation only makes him look guilty. Guess who else joined the conversation at the height of the scandal? Fat Joe. Yes, Big Brother Joey Crack went on Instagram Live and attempted to do damage control like it was 2005, saying, "Listen, whatever they're going through, that's between them. I have never witnessed anything amusing involving Papoose. He is authentic. It has always been. However, fans, this isn't 2004, sir." One remark said, "Joe's trying to clean this up like it's a Terror Squad mixtape. We want answers." Remy isn't giving up though, as she left us with a final cliffhanger. Right before her live stream ended, she adjusted her hoodie, stared directly into the camera, and stated, "You think the guy was the only secret? He wasn't even the worst, baby. Is the boyfriend the only secret in your opinion? He wasn't even the worst, baby." Jaws fell to the ground at that point, since, if Papoose had a secret lover, social media went DEFCON 5 within hours of that live stream, and people weren't just refreshing timelines, they were digging, investigating, and connecting dots like it was True Detective. Bronx Edition. What they discovered, chilly. Let's just say Remy's mom might have only told us half the story. Remy Ma promised a full-course buffet of betrayal, deception, and dirty laundry soaked in hip-hop tears, and boy did she deliver. The account was intended for college savings, investment properties, and family emergencies, but Marcus' emergency required marble countertops and a balcony overlooking the Hudson. Sir, unless that suit is made of diamonds and lined with dragon scales, who are you burying in Bulgaria? The anonymous insiders, who sound suspiciously like bitter cousins, claim. Remy found the condo months ago after receiving a Chase Bank fraud alert. At first, Remy Ma became quiet instead of exploding. The sort of silence that looms like a tsunami before destroying a whole coastline. Last month, an unnamed hairstylist who collaborated with Remy on a promotional shoot claims that Remy arrived with a printed binder. Each part of the binder is labeled with terms like hotels, flight logs, and texts, and I'm not kidding. The tabs are color-coded. Papoose is allegedly seen in the video smiling, talking, and get ready trying on silk boxers that weren't even his. "Do you think Remy would like them, or are they too much?" he asked, posing in front of the mirror. "She doesn't have to like what I do," the mystery man replied. All of a sudden, everything made sense. The late-night studio sessions, the boys-only fitness retreats, and the enigmatic stylist who never posted a lookbook and always flew first class. However, it gets even darker because one of the alleged ex-lovers, identifying himself as D, anonymously emailed a gossip blog, alleging Papoose had been leading a double life for more than Papoose, who knew how to play the part of Mr. Loyalty. in public but was afraid, perplexed, and searching in private, was accused of doing more than just writing love letters while Remy Ma was imprisoned. He was allegedly laying tracks with someone else. As one viral tweet put it, "The louder the post, the deeper the closet." But we're not done yet, because fans also found that Papoose recorded a number of unreleased rhymes, allegedly deleted from a previous mixtape, with strangely ominous lyrics. One leaked snippet reads, "They condemn who I kiss." Fans are now considering Papoose's lengthy captions about honor and masculinity, as well as real men protecting their queens, as a means of deflection. "They don't like my way of life. However, silence is protective. I therefore tell lies. I'm being told that was only a metaphor. Please." There is a rhyme pattern to this confession. Not to be overlooked when discussing children is Remy Ma's daughter. According to insiders, the domestic fallout has been catastrophic. After their child asked, "Is it true what people are saying about you and Uncle Marcus?" Remy reportedly told close friends that she entered the bathroom to find Papoose sobbing. "Y'all, Uncle Marcus was crying loudly. This is where the legal dangers start." Because Papoose tried to avoid the issue by offering Remy a sizable sum of money in exchange for an NDA, according to emails that were released. That's right, he reportedly gave her a lawyer-drafted contract with the Hallmark label that said, "Mutual Respect and Privacy Clause," also known as hush money. She's not signing anything, though. Remy. In New York, it is deemed financial infidelity. Remy Ma can demonstrate that marital monies were utilized to support the lifestyle of another guy. "He silenced me long enough. There isn't any money big enough to buy back my truth," she said to her group, and then the floodgates opened. In addition to divorce filings, there are now rumors of lawsuits, possible defamation claims, frozen accounts, custody disputes, and perhaps criminal accusations for embezzled money. The internet called it the escape of the century, but Remy is on a mission and has been bombarding her Instagram with cryptic quotes since her bombshell went public. One post read, "He loved me the way a man loves a mirror, for what I reflected, not who I was." Another person wrote, "Some males lie with women, others lie to them. Papoose is nowhere to be found." Paparazzi captured a glimpse of him leaving a midtown hotel in a hoodie and sunglasses, ducking into a black SUV without comment. Celebrities are participating. Nicki Minaj shared a popcorn present, while Cardi B enjoyed posting, "I didn't participate in the drama, even though Lil Nas X wrote, 'You owe me an apology.'" One Twitter user shared a collage of Papoose's costumes over the years, saying they were subtle but eye-catching. He was. And fans aren't done digging. Another person compared the sneakers of Papoose and his alleged boyfriend side by side. The brand, size, and personalized initials are all the same. The question now is not whether this has continued, but rather how long it has. Maybe there's more to the underlying sadness than betrayal. Remy Ma, a woman who fought against the music industry, the system, and the streets, might have lost her husband to he was scared to share the secret he kept. But wait before you feel sorry for Papoose, because Remy's next action made the boyfriend problem seem like a piece of cake. Is a preview for an interview that would be shown on a major network the following week. If you all think the boyfriend was the big secret, wait till you hear about the other man. "The one I found living in our second house." Wait, what? Remy Ma is seen wiping away tears in a teaser video for an interview that will air on a major streaming platform next week. Wait a moment. Turn that back. Where does another guy reside? That's right. According to Remy Ma, although Papoose had a long-term partner, Remy believed that he was using their Westchester investment home as a covert Airbnb flip when he reportedly moved another man in. As it happens, it was more of a nest of love, and the way she learned about it is reminiscent of a soap opera. Remy chose to make an unexpected visit to the residence after noticing that the utilities were much higher than normal, according to those close to her. The gas bill was so exorbitant that Remy, the streetwise Bronx queen, thought squatters had moved in. They were not squatters, as it proved out. Gerald was the one. You ask, who is Gerald? Oh, buckle up, dear. It appears that Gerald is 27 years old. I'm from Detroit and I'm a Dash Energy consultant, Reiki healer, and an aspiring R&B singer. The kind of man who burns sage, dresses and silk robes, and calls everyone king. Leaked Ring camera footage shows that when Remy got to the house, she found Gerald in the garden, barefoot and naked, drinking alkaline water and listening to Papoose's unreleased tracks on a Bluetooth speaker. He allegedly said, "I'm the man who brings your husband peace." Remy almost fainted when she asked him who the hell he was. According to several accounts, she didn't even scream. She just went back to her car, turned around, and drove straight to her lawyer's office. However, things worsen. It seems that Gerald had been over a year since I moved in on rent. Papoose allegedly told Remy that he was letting a mentee crash for a time, but he failed to mention that the mentorship involved weekly tantric breathing sessions, couples massages, and shared vision boards. Papoose visited the house at least 3 times a week, according to the smart home records that Remy eventually acquired, around 11 o'clock p.m. every time, and 3 in the morning, not once in the day. Now, what kind of coaching calls for noise-canceling headphones, lavender oil, and blackout curtains? That's right. Additionally, fans have sufficient. Another trend involves remixing Papoose's classic alphabetical slaughter with lines like G for Gerald or H for healing I'm confused who is actually cheating. One popular TikTok skit features an actress posing as Remy, walking around the house with a flashlight like she's on Ghost Hunters, whispering, "Where's the man my man's been mentoring?" Remy Ma is not amused by the internet's laughter because she is now pursuing everything. The home. She's looking to sell it. They have frozen the accounts. An audit is being conducted on the joint publishing rights of earlier tunes. Indeed, she is thinking of requesting full custody of their child, pointing to Papoose's risky conduct and emotional instability. According to reports, her attorney filed an emergency document claiming that living a double life that includes many covert relationships, hidden homes, and financial deception exposes a child to danger. And just when you thought things couldn't get much worse, Papoose's alleged boyfriend, Marcus, makes the decision to go public. Yes, Marcus was sitting in a dimly lit room in a now-deleted stream, sipping wine and listening to a playlist of old Papoose songs. What was it that he said? "Oh, she's angry now. When he flew me out for Valentine's Day, where was all this energy? Baby, I also got goodies. The side chick is not me. The main mission was me." The fans suddenly went crazy. Remy was backed by some, who referred to Marcus as a clout chaser with bad Wi-Fi and even worse delusions. Others chastised Remy, asking why, if she knew what was going on, she had kept quiet for so long. Let's make things plain first though. A simple housewife was not Remy Ma's style. She was a woman who triumphed over treachery while protecting her family, child, and brand. She has been preparing this public breakdown for months because of the actual humor. She started organizing receipts, scheduling her exposure rollout, and lining up the calendar as though it were an album release, according to sources. She's now negotiating a working title for a tell-all documentary with many networks. Remy loaded again. A broken wedding ring is shown in early concept art surrounded by court subpoenas and microphones. Furthermore, if the rumors are accurate, C. Andes has already written to Papoose pleading with him to refrain from becoming involved. What does this leave us with then? A culture in grief. Fans who formerly viewed Papoose and Remy as the ultimate example of how genuine love could endure celebrity, incarceration, and the plague of the music business. That fairy tale has now turned into a courtroom drama that is just waiting to happen throughout the day. Nonetheless, others contend that this is Remy Ma's best moment ever. At last, she is free. One fan said on Twitter, "No more being there." Are those who question whether Papoose ever truly loved Remy or if she was always just the ideal cover story. One podcaster put it this way, Papoose didn't just cheat. He completely changed the definition of treachery. This isn't just infidelity but identity fraud with a glamorous twist. And let's face it, this is a highly controversial industry. This is Grammy-worthy gossip. This is Beyoncé's level of public unmasking, except instead of metaphors and bads, Remy Ma supplied voice notes, bank transactions, and surveillance footage. Next up, rumor has it that Remy is getting ready to release a diss song. Yes, after months of silence in the studio, she is reportedly working with a strong group of producers to tell her story in bars. The working title features backstabs and backshots. You can't make this stuff up. And Papoose, who was spotted getting on a plane to Mexico. No cap. TMZ caught him trying to blend in like Carmen Sandiego while wearing a suit and shades. There are rumors that he may go completely offline for the foreseeable future. The culture, meanwhile, is waiting for the resolution as well as the music and interviews. Remy Ma enters the courtroom with her head held high, her documents safe, and her story intact because if anyone can turn tragedy into hustle, it's the woman who once broke out of prison and became a queen. So, we'll leave you with this. Did Papoose betray his culture, or was he just a man torn between two truths? Did Remy Ma reveal a monster or simply free herself? And most importantly, how many more secrets are still hidden in the shadows? Because I have a feeling that the story isn't finished yet. Closets have been thrown open, and the tea is hotter than ever. We want to know if Remy Ma was brave enough to finally come clean or if he was just sick of being the beard. Did Papoose live a double life, or was he just rehearsing for a Rollin' Down Diaries? And if you found out that your partner was living with another man in your second home, what would you do? Alright, don't lie now. So, please share your hottest theories in the comments section, because we read everything. If this fucks you, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more controversies delivered unfiltered and uncensored. Don't forget to share this with someone who claimed Papoose was in a relationship. Objectives. At Gossip Spill Vibe, we don't just sip tea, we absorb.